South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham meeting in Kyiv with President Zelensky, saying lots of dead Russians, best money we ever spent. I would think that this is lunacy. This is just not normal for someone in the American government to say something like this in a public way to the leader of another country.
Yeah, let's remember who Lindsey Graham is. He's a war hawk. He's been promoting conflict for some time. But remember back when there was the Russian bounty? Remember that Russian bounty where the Russians were supposedly paying the Taliban to kill American soldiers? And how outraged Lindsey Graham was, how outraged he was over this. Well, it was all a lie. And Lindsey Graham knew it was a lie while he was being outraged. But now Lindsey Graham, this this personification of moral clarity, apparently, according to him, you cannot pay to kill American soldiers, is bragging how Americans are paying to kill Russian soldiers. Right. This man is a soulless human being. He is not a representative of the country I took an oath to uphold and defend. He's a murderous slug who deserves his place on the pantheon of war criminals, up there with anybody, any bad name you want to put up there. It is not an American value to buy the deaths of anybody. You know, Lindsey, if you are that kind of man, then man up. Rather than let the Ukrainians do the fighting for you. If you want to kill Russians, Lindsey, why don't you go to Congress and get a declaration of war so American boys and girls can cross the border, do it themselves? That's what real men do. That's what real men do, Lindsey, but you're not a real man. You're a mouse. You're a little pipsqueak of a human being who's letting other people do the fighting for you, and then your mouth goes crazy. Lindsey Graham is a disgrace to the United States. He's a disgrace to the United States Senate. He's a disgrace to the men and women in the armed services of the United States. Nobody should tolerate this kind of language. He should have been reprimanded by the U.S. Congress, but the fact that the Senate remained silent, the fact that the president remained silent, the fact that General Miley remained silent, the fact that anybody in uniform remained silent tells you the depths to which this nation is one.